We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
You ain't got to worry about that, Jizzle. If somebody doing something better than me and they in pocket, they gonna be right where they need to be, right beside me, baby.
You know what that is, rattling?
I'm the one they forgot about. I need some help reminding these motherfuckers. Boy, help me.
Hey. What up, y'all? We are back with a new episode of the Staci Harris Show. And in the building today, sitting in for my guest co-host, I have actor comedians Trey, Elliot, and Naeem Lynn. And our special...
What's happening?
Got that applause.
And our special celebrity guest, you can see her on Ease of Platinum Life. She's also an artist. We got Miss Lola Monroe in the building.
What's up?
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me. Thank you. It's my line.
Oh, well, do tell.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Okay.
So this is the line I'm working on right now. So I got it's like cultural.
It's pretty.
Thank you.
It's really pretty.
Thank
okay,
you.
well, make sure you tell us when we can find that.
Definitely, I will.
All right.
You can't wear that though. You got short hair. That shit ain't gonna look right.
First of
What?
all,
You gotta have bangs.
That's not true.
I can get
It would look
I can
no.
put bangs on.
It would look bomb on you. Okay.
Thank you. See,
Hey,
lies.
listen, when I'm trying to diss her, you just
No, I gotta hold her down. Okay.
So tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Well, I have the show on E right now, which is
Mhm.
the Platinum Life, and it's going really good. I'm just happy with my experience on there, and just working on my project, which they're basically documenting.
Okay.
Like my whole comeback, just me being a mom,
Your mama.
and
How
the
old?
music.
How old's the
So,
baby?
He's 4.
4? Okay.
He's 4 going on 40.
Ah, nice. Okay, and so how was you said your experience in the Platinum Life is good?
It was really good.
Because you have all the women, see a lot of different personalities.
Yeah, but I'm like the balance with all the girls. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm the one that's like, focused on my whole thing. So I see the conflict between them, and I'm kind of seeing it from a outside point of view more so. So I'm like not emotionally
You don't
like
get emotionally invested. Yeah.
so I can see it from more of a logical perspective. And so I'm like more of the balance, and I can appreciate being on a show with strong women, with our own personalities, with our own things going on. So it's just been a really, really good experience for me as far as just being on there with the girls and just the network itself pushing my music and pushing me as an artist and making that my main focus and storyline.
Because he's a big he's a big network.
Yeah.
it's definitely
So
dope.
man, that's just like I'm grateful for that.
Gotcha.
What female artists do you like right now?
I like SZA.
She's dope.
I mean
love
rappers.
SZA. I like Dreezy.
Yeah, she's fire.
Who else? Who's
That
out?
sound like
It's
that's
not-
it. You don't like nobody.
No. Because I always love the legends, Kim, Remy, Foxy. That's like
So
what
you're
I grew
not
up
Nicki.
on.
You're
How you
not
feel about
Cardi
Cardi?
B.
Oh, I fuck with Cardi.
Okay.
Oh, I love Cardi. I do. I'm like, who else is
You
out right
forgot
now?
about
The main one, right? She popping. No, I really, you can't not like Cardi. How can you not like her? You know what I mean? She's just herself, and I love that about her. I respect her whole grind and just her
She's
whole come up.
hilarious.
Yeah, she just her.
Got you. So I like to do a little word association game with our guests. So I'm going to say 4 words. Each word I say, just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay,
First one is music,
respect
motherhood,
everything,
platinum life,
hustle,
love.
life.
Okay, so when I said love, you said life. Why do you say love is life?
Because I feel like it's the basis of life. I feel like life would not be fulfilling without love. Love is the highest frequency. So in everything that you do from relationship to work, I think it should have love in it because that gives it the highest frequency.
We like that answer. Can we get a...
Yeah, I like that.
That was dope.
I feel like that about food.
Food
When
too.
you cook, you got to cook with love or it's trash.
true.
That's a fact.
Real
And
talk.
Naeem will
That's
get
a
in the
fact.
kitchen and cook, for sure.
That's a fact.
So we're gonna switch up to the SHS relationship dish, and this is where I like to talk about relationshipy type of things.
Okay.
So I asked the guys to. I didn't ask you because I just put you in, but I asked the guys. I asked the guys to take a look at the She's Gotta Have It remake series that Spike Lee did. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
I've seen a
it.
few episodes.
I've seen a few. I ain't see all of them though.
So in the series, it's basically it has this woman Nola, and she has four, because one's a woman. She has basically three main lovers, and there are three different types of men, and then her fourth lover ends up being a woman. So this is the thing that Spike was pushing, which we've already seen the original, but in this remake, it was pretty much like she was taking on the role of how men do women. You know, they rotate them and do all that. But the difference is in the end of the series, she actually brings all the men together for dinner.
You want to just ruin it for us, huh?
Yeah,
Well, I
right?
told you to
I'm
watch
like-
it. I told you to watch it.
No, my sister changed the Netflix password, so I couldn't watch it. Couldn't watch it no more.
So
All right, go ahead.
she brings all the men together and they sit down, and she basically doesn't tell them they're coming to dinner, and she introduces them all. She's basically like, I'm smashing all y'all. You know, you can either get down with it or you cannot, but this is what it is. Question to the men and to you. Do you feel like women have, in this day and age, we have been kind of taking on that role of, you know, smashing and doing what we want to do and taking on the male role? Do you feel like that's realistic, that she can sit there and bring all these dudes together and have this conversation, and they gonna all stick around for the conversation, and it's gonna continue?
We don't care. I'm going.
Speak
I'm
for
talking about
speak
the
for
dinner.
yourself.
I'm going.
I'm talking about the dinner. You gonna come in and you gonna sit down with two other dudes, and y'all gonna have this dinner and discuss with the main. Like, come on.
Did she tell them? She didn't tell them.
Yes, she did.
How was she approaching it?
So
This is what she did. It was Thanksgiving, mind you, a holiday to be remembered. She invited each one over and didn't say. So she staged their times when they came in. So the first dude came in, he thinking he having dinner with her. Second dude come in, she kissed him in the mouth. First dude looking like word. Third dude come in. Third dude comes in. She get the little romantic with him, and then she goes, let's all sit down and eat dinner. And they all looking at each other like, what's
going on?
happening?
Right.
Yeah. So then during the dinner, she commences to telling them, you know, what the deal is, and that, you know, they're all her dudes, and you know, you can take it or you can leave it.
I guess it would depend on how invested
the
they
dude,
are.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the dudes don't care, if they got
'Cause it's a
several
chance to
other
get
women,
Yeah.
like, first of all, if that's me, I ain't gonna be the one to bitch out and be like, man, what the fuck?
You
And
can't-
leave. Can't do that.
you
I'm gonna
can't
be
do
like,
that.
yo, hey,
Nah, it needed to be other people there. You can't just have it need to be like a full party. You can't just have three dudes sitting there looking stupid. When I used to be out there, my whole thing was always like, I don't care if a girl do her thing. Just let me know what you're gonna do from the beginning, because so I can mentally prepare myself for that. So if you saying you only fucking with me, then I'm gonna prepare for that. And I find out you fucking with somebody else too, then I'm gonna be mad. But if you let me know from the very beginning, yo, you know, you do you, I'm doing me. Cool, I know how to accept that, and I can act accordingly.
But do y'all do that to women? Do
Yeah,
y'all give them the heads up and,
Well, no.
and give them the rundown?
Well, here's the thing.
I just don't believe that now.
There's been plenty of times I done
I
had
just don't believe it.
I done had 5 women in one place at one time.
Did they all
especially as
know?
I've
artists.
been to some of my parties before.
I have, but
Y'all
I
might pick and choose who y'all tell.
Well,
No.
no, they don't. But see, the difference is
Right.
I'm not committed to none of them. I'm not committed. I don't have like a girlfriend, side chick. I just have chicks.
You're just dating.
chick.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know, only one time I had an issue, but it wasn't like a big. You know, I contained it. Real
they
quick.
and they all knew that they were.
They don't know, but
see,
they ain't.
See,
they
this
not,
is what I'm saying.
So in their minds, they like, oh, we dating. He ain't messing with nobody
Nah,
else.
never.
They know.
She gave them the courtesy of letting them all know what was popping.
They already knew though. They
No,
knew.
I've
They
actually-
didn't know who
well,
each other were exactly.
They weren't quite sure. They were inquisitive about it, but they weren't quite sure.
We be
So-
knowing. We be knowing.
One of the dudes is married though, right? One of the
Well, his marriage, yeah, he was married. He's married, but his marriage is like he don't sleep in. He's sleeping like the little
Oh, he
yesterday
can't say
room.
nothing now.
Mhm.
He
Can't
can't say
say
nothing because
nothing.
he's still at the house,
Right,
regardless.
Right.
But he's sleeping like a little side room or whatever.
Mhm.
And you know,
Sometimes.
on
Sometimes.
Fridays.
Right.
And so he was like he was wanting to be with Nola like full out, and she was kind of like, she's this free spirit. And then the end of the scene, they have this dance off to Prince, like all of them dancing together to Prince. And I was like, I don't understand.
But that's the bullshit part right there. That's the carried away part.
But ego for men would sit there at the dinner table and y'all will all have this conversation with this one chick.
Look, guys, this is how guys are. First of all, guys don't really, especially the guys these days, most of them that don't want to be in a relationship, they don't really care until they find out you mess with somebody else or like you ain't really, because most chicks be pressed. You know, you start dealing with them for a minute, for a month, they're like, what's this? You know, what we doing? You're like, yo, relax.
Right.
You know, but when you get the girl that's like ain't never question you and they doing their thing, then the men start thinking like, oh, what's going on? You know, I need to, but you know, I know Trey. Trey know me. You know, we've been cool for a long time, man. We ain't out here selling dreams. We never selling dreams before. Never. You got to keep it 100.
But y'all do know that's the ammo. Like that's like the thing with men. They sell a dream. They instead of
I don't
keeping
agree
it
with
100 lies.
I got a
Instead of
new
keeping-
saying. I came up with this off the dome. I was freestyling on the phone the other day, and I came up with this. You got to be honest. You got to keep it real. Either they going. Wait. Either they gonna accept it or they gonna neglect it. But
So,
one thing they will do
Bars.
is respect it.
So, as a grown man right now,
Right.
at what age did you decide to have this mentality? Because you wasn't always like that.
I've always been like that.
Yeah, I've
always been like that. If I was just dating and doing my thing, I never made a girl feel like she was the only one. Matter of fact, I was always honest, like, yo, I'm doing me. So you know not to get out of pocket.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I never lied. I'm thankful because I got plenty of other boys. I'm talking about as far as
This is
that.
a hell of a table you put together.
Yo, you
Shit, I
know
ain't
me,
never-
man.
You know me.
I'm being honest.
You know me. So why? So what is
Okay,
this
well,
facial
listen.
expressions? Well, you know me.
Listen, maybe for y'all, that's what y'all did.
I
And
know dudes that
and
sell
I salute
dreams.
you.
They
And I'm
absolutely
gonna
do.
say,
Are there women that you've dated that felt that way and would agree that is what how y'all handled
I could show
it?
you some messages from a Facebook where
Because
I'm like,
from y'all perspective, it
Mhm.
probably was like, nah, I already let y'all know. Like, I ain't never make it seem. But to them, they might have felt like, nah, you was woo,
selling.
woo, woo, and you was and
There
you
are-
made it seem like
In the past 10 years, at least, there are no girls that I've dealt with that thought it was just them that I wasn't in a relationship with. There are none.
okay,
well, that's refreshing.
yeah,
because a lot of times chicks think, you know, because the thing about me, and I can speak for him too, because like I said, we've known each other for a long time. We're nice guys. I'm a nice guy, so I'm gonna treat you nice. I like just because you not the only
Yeah, you
one.
can stay the night.
That don't mean that I'm gonna be shitting on you and being like, no, what the fuck? Nah, I'm a genuinely nice dude. So I do things for you. You can spend the night. You could do, you know, certain things. But so, and with that being said, sometimes they forget. And I got to be like, yo, but nah, you
Gotta give them a refresher.
got to give them a refresher
forget.
course. Don't forget. Yeah, I'm
We're
a
not
nice guy.
together.
Because see, sometimes a lot of
See,
women
that's
might
the
think
thing.
if you're playing games that you know, sometimes you may got to put chicks in place in a harsh kind of manner. But I'm a genuinely nice dude, so whether I'm going to treat you nice regardless.
So
and I think
are you nice? Like, see, this is where it gets like thin line. Are you nice? Like, okay, we're gonna have this relationship where we spend a lot of time together. We damn near like live together. We spend every night together.
It's too many in
it's
the
too many
rotation.
women to spend every
Oh,
night. Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You like Tuesday, Saturday,
Right.
Okay.
Now,
but that Tuesday, Saturday is going to be amazing.
when I was out there, the girls I was dealing with would stop dealing with me like every 3 months. They'd be like, yo, I
We got a
can't.
caller.
Okay.
We got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yo, hey, I'm calling everybody liars at the table. You feel me? Because I don't know any man that will put up with a woman having mad other dudes. You feel me?
So
Because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
because we real
Territorial.
ego.
possessive. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
And
sorry.
no woman
You possess
is gonna put up. No woman's gonna put up with a guy that's gonna just say, "Yo, I got other women."
And how old are you?
what? Yeah. What's your name?
I'm 38.
Where you
Okay.
calling from?
I'm from New York.
Okay, New York. Okay, so you're saying,
I
this is the
respect
thing.
that. I respect
I
that.
do know women who will tolerate a
Right,
dude saying they got multiple chicks and let's just see what happens. We in LA. I do
And we
know.
entertainers, bro,
so-
so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I do know a
Word, I
slew
feel
of
you.
them things that would do that. However, I do I do appreciate what you're saying because you feel this is the thing too. And when you start accepting that type of situation, like when does it stop?
Well, you don't go into it saying, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Trey Elliott. What's your name? Oh, my name is Lola. Well, look, Lola, I got about 8 other chicks, but
No, I know, but that's
don't-
your intention in the back of your head. You gonna drop that on her by week 3. So you do go into
You
it.
don't
You just
even-
ain't dropped it on Lola.
If it don't come up,
Right.
it don't come up. You
Ooh.
don't bring it up.
So here comes the
see, there you
trickery.
go.
Are you hearing this stuff from New York?
It's like
There's
This is
trickery.
the
Yeah, I got
trickery.
it's natural. It's
It's
like
the
yo,
trickery.
It's natural. I'm gonna drop this bomb
it's
on you.
It's like a natural flow.
So if
Well,
you
if
don't
it-
ask, then you won't ever know.
Right, you have to ask the woman if you want something serious. Then you have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to, like, what are you looking
No-
for? Where's this
right,
going?
and
You
then
know?
that's when you say,
Well, the
look,
women on the stage right now.
Mhm.
Would y'all put up with that?
No,
No, I'm past that in my life.
no.
When I was
Past
younger,
that.
when I was younger, because I was doing the same thing. When I
Right.
was younger, I was living my best single life. So I get it. But as you get older, I'll be 37 next month. As you get older,
There's no time for that.
yeah, those things. But as you get older, you really realize that is not what I need in this space in my life, and that's
That's
fine. If
respect,
that's
yeah.
what you want to
And-
do,
but you might
good
go
luck.
back there. You might get back to that space
Nah,
at 45.
nah.
I mean,
Nah.
I feel like
If
it's
you're
just
still single.
it's just too many diseases. One, and honestly,
Facts.
I'm not. Sex to me, especially, is a spiritual connection. It's a spiritual thing, and
So you pray
everyone
on the
that
booty.
every person that you sleep with leaves
Soul
a
ties.
spirit
It's a soul
within
tie.
you.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like when you go through life and you didn't had so many different partners, you got to understand the
It eats away at your
spirits.
soul.
Speak on it.
It eats
Yeah,
away at your
it
soul.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
so
When you have a lot
with
of
that whole
meaningless
thing,
sex,
you
it
kind of
does.
got to protect your energy in that kind of way. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So within a relationship, if you like sleeping with a man and all of a sudden he just acting different and it's just like all these weird things, it's like, all right, what's up with you? You ain't right.
and to keep in mind, and when we say dating and stuff, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily just having sex with all these different people as well. I mean, because you can mentally be into someone and
Right, it's
spend
somebody
time.
that you're going to spend Thanksgiving with.
It ain't always about sex.
Right.
So, it
Right.
ain't like, yo, because I got before, if I had multiple women, then I'm just necessarily having sex with all of them. It's just that I
Right.
got women that I could
This nigga lying.
mentally. I had a
He
few.
trying to clean it up.
Yo,
I had a
I
couple
don't
of
wanna
fat
hog
chicks
the
that
line.
was-
You feel me? I don't want to hog the line. I appreciate you. I'm
Oh,
still
yes,
Oh,
thank
man,
you
thank
for
you,
being
fam.
here.
All right, bro, go get you
Much
some ass.
love.
All
I
right.
hate you now.
Now, see, now if you come in the room with that on your head, I feel like, yo, the energy.
What you gonna feel like?
I might feel like
She
it's
got-
gonna be some deep,
It's gonna be deep comment.
shit.
She
Yeah,
like,
like,
Professor X and shit.
yeah, like my soul is like, take that off your head. My soul is coming out.
She come in on
Trying
some
to tell
cerebral.
you, look, trying to tell you.
So I have a question about, because we're in this whole era, women are accusing all these men of sexual harassment and rape and all this
Let's talk
stuff.
about that.
Yeah, I like
Let's
that.
talk about that, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. This is what I feel like on the flip side. Like I know in this business it happens all the time. I got a list. I don't care. I'm not interested in going back some years and saying somebody did something to me.
Well, talk about who did it recently.
For me, that's just not where I'm at. However, I feel like we have given a pass now to all these women. Like it'll be the women who don't want to work. It'd be the ones who out here hoeing and do all this stuff. They like, you know what? I did smash him. I'm about to get him. You know what I mean? And now we're in this whole situation where you probably have some of these men who did not sexually assault, rape, or whatever. Listen, I know it happens. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've given a pass to every woman. And unfortunately, when your woman cries that, they automatically shut him down. Like there is no real
The
investigation.
allegations is
People
the
losing
guilt.
their jobs.
The allegation is
Yeah.
really
We come from a time where a lot of stuff was normal.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay to say certain things to women, and during them 80s, 90s, where Russell Simmons was accused, and Bill Cosby times, that was normal,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And now women are being empowered by women that are speaking out, like, you know what, that happened to me years ago. I'm gonna say something now. I just wish that women would have said something when it happened, because if you didn't say something when it happened, you wait 20 years later, it's no telling how many other women have been affected during that time period when you could have said something a long time ago and shut it all down.
Right.
And then also people could learn a lesson and maybe reestablish their career and get a second chance. Not saying that you necessarily deserve one, but look at like Marv Albert. Marv Albert, bit the bitch on the shoulder. And
Why she gotta be a bitch?
I'm just talking. I know, no offense. He bit the lady on the shoulder and had the panties on and all that stuff, and he was suspended for a while, and he got his job back.
Right.
So because it's so hot right now, some people ain't gonna recover.
The thing is, even in the 80s and 90s, in my opinion, it's never been acceptable. But I just felt like women just didn't. I don't know why.
I feel like it's just like it's a thin line,
part of the
though, because back then it was still also a freeness of like drugs and just partying and things like that. So I think that there was a difference between actually being sexually harassed and then just that freedom of the party life and how shit used to go down.
Well, and two, it depends on who harassing you, because it's a lot of white dudes that's getting caught up. And I know there's plenty of niggas out here harassing chicks. But see, white dudes don't know how to harass women properly. They're very blunt.
What?
White dudes
got to tell us how to properly harass somebody.
White dudes, if they see a girl with some nice titties, they're gonna be like, "Wow, you have some nice titties. Wow, let me squeeze them." Black men are smooth. Like, "All right, ma, I see you. All right, yeah."
The nice
It's the same shit. Like, we know. Here's the thing. Like, we know how to. We give women 3 chances to leave. You know what I mean?
Before it goes bad.
Before we if a chick come to our house, we give them 3 opportunities to be like, you know what? I'm uncomfortable. I need to leave. Or we pass those 3 levels. We know it's gonna go down. These white men just pulling their dick out as soon as the girl come in the house. Like, we know if a chick come in the crib, we be like, all right, she got to pass the slow music test. So we put the slow music on. Is she good? We good. All right, pass level 1. We motherfucking close the door. We go close the door and look at her like, this okay? If we close the door and she's still there, ding, we pass level 2. We, level 3, we pass that third level, turn the lights out, whatever. She's still, all right, now, I gave her 3 chances to leave. She's still here. That means it's potentially time to go down.
You know why sexual harassment exists? It exists because cornballs get power.
True.
And then they try to use their power to get women that they would not have been able to get prior to that power.
That's a fact.
A dude that already got chicks before he was that dude is never going to harass nobody.
Nope.
Idris Elba ain't getting sexual harassment charges.
Yeah, because
ain't gonna happen.
Did you see what I posted the other day on Instagram?
What you post?
I said that
Oh no, you did. It was
let me read it because I don't want to.
It was Flavor Flav and
not that.
Oh, so I was like, because it was like somebody posted Flavor Flav and Idris Elba. They was like, if Idris Elba said, "Oh, you look nice in that," whatever, and then Flavor Flav said sexual harassment.
I said sexual harassment is not what you say to women; it's whether that woman likes you or not that determines if it's harassment.
That's true.
That's true. It's absolutely true. It depends on the source. Because when it's not when a guy says something to you that you're just like like you feel violated.
Harassment is when it's unwelcomed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what makes it sexual harassment. It's unwelcome. But if you are digging somebody and you feeling them, then
then it's flirting.
Right. You're enjoying it.
It gets tricky too because that whole Bill Cosby thing got thrown out. You know what I mean? All that, it just. Where are they now? Where are all the women?
It's
all
hard
those cases. None of it is publicized. The fact that a lot of those cases got thrown out, right?
No,
well, he got off. He got off.
He got off a lot of them.
Yeah, and he got off altogether. The one woman that actually took him to court because everything else passed the statute of limitations. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay. The one chick that actually took him to court was somebody that he paid off. He paid off, and then and she was actually worked at my school. I went to Temple in Philadelphia, and she worked there. and he did whatever, and then he paid her off, and then I don't know how he got out. He had a good lawyer, and it was Bill Cosby. I guess they didn't have enough evidence, but
he just probably
yo,
knew the
but
shit.
Bill,
You know what I mean?
Bill's
It's like how they try to do the black man, so it's like you just don't know.
Bill did that shit.
Yeah, Bill, I've been hearing
I don't
about
know
Bill.
where-
I've
you
heard
there?
about
Were y'all there?
no, but I've heard
Nah.
about Bill.
Okay.
I've heard about Bill too from other legends in the game.
Mhm.
But what I also heard about Bill is that it was literally in the time, like Lola said, where they was partying and turning up, and this is what it was.
Yeah.
Like you passed the drugs and you did all that.
That's what I'm saying.
And so like it's a fine line between like you take the drug and it's going down, and then you get a conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, or if you're in a defense, if you completely tapped out and you are unconscious, Bill, I suggest you go eat a pudding pop and sit your ass down somewhere.
That's
'cause
what he
it's
liked. He liked them. That's the fucked up
Yeah.
shit. He liked them when they passed out.
Right.
It's the part of the control thing.
Ain't no control.
But when you're a man in power,
Do y'all know this for a fact?
Look, I can tell you what I do know.
I got it's degrees of separation, close sources, but I don't know for 100% fact.
Not from Bill's mouth, but
yeah, not out of Bill's mouth. So
I tell you, I mean, at this dude is almost 80 years old. What are these women accomplishing by taking him down at this point? You know what I mean?
He was trying to do a lot. He was trying to, as far as a black man.
Bill
a lot of things
Cosby
that
is an asshole.
A lot of things that he was just trying to accomplish. So ain't no telling like what I don't know.
Bill Cosby's an asshole.
People were
He's a
trying to
hypocrite, yo.
create-
He's very judgmental on black people. He's a fucked up dude. Like, I know enough experiences to say, yo, that dude ain't shit.
I've heard that about him too. That he's not a nice guy.
Nah, he's not. He always criticizes, telling people you shouldn't cuss on doing TV and all that. He went on Eddie Murphy and all that. He will cuss you the fuck out. Bill is he blind. He can't
see shit.
He is a mean old man, yo.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he's definitely a perv, and all men are pervs. We know he's cheated on his wife. That's what he do, whatever. And most men of power do that. You got you celebrity do that, but he's hit on my mom before. He's hit on my cousin.
He hit on your mom?
Right, he hit on my mom before. My mother was at a show, and then she's in Newark. And she's like, where they got you staying? He gonna tell us, why you coming over?
What she do?
My mother.
What she said?
She said, well, I'm assuming she didn't come since she told me this story. And then my cousin, my cousin Nikki, she's an actress, and she did his show before, and she said all week while they were filming, he just, oh, look at that ass. Oh, my God.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That makes me so sad.
He got the
'cause-
white man harassing skill.
I mean, because you hear the stories, but then when you hear it like firsthand, you be like, "Why Bill out here?"
I ain't surprised by none of these.
I'm not
None of these
surprised
dudes.
anymore,
Right.
but when you have that iconic, just legacy,
You just don't want them
you
to
don't want
mess
it
up
to be
your whole-
true. You don't want it to be. You don't
Hey,
want
what he did as far as TV,
That's amazing.
I can appreciate it. I want Cosby Show on.
He did what he couldn't do or wouldn't do in his real life. He did it on for his TV life.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what it is.
Like Bob Saget
He's a creep. He's a creep in real life.
I'm
Bob
surpri-
Saget is creepy.
I bet you something gonna come out on his ass in a few.
I'm surprised it hasn't.
It's a few people. I'm like, something coming out real soon. I can already tell. You know what I mean? Bob Saget on my list. So,
Before we go to commercial, I want to ask this question. In this era with we have a lot of powerful women working and doing all that, is it okay for women, for you guys or just in general, is it okay for women not to be domestic? Like they don't cook, they don't clean,
Gotta
they
do
don't.
one.
they got one.
You don't have to cook. You
Either
gotta
cook
stay
or
clean. Yeah,
Something.
What
I
do you
mean,
think?
I think it's important for us to do both because
I do too.
There you go.
we're the nurturers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, that's just in us. So I feel like it's important for us to be independent and be able to go out there and make money and do our own thing and have that set for us. But at the same time, I feel like we're naturally nurturers and we
So
take
you-
care of home and we
you
take
have
care
to
of
say
home.
that.
So you
Though.
cook?
We can't say that.
Huh?
You cook.
Yeah.
I've seen you in Whole Foods several times.
Oh yeah. And my whole family is vegan, so I gotta cook.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta cook for my household. So yeah, I think it's important for us to have that.
I do too, absolutely. I hate that we're in that phase where these women don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like they do nothing, and they're
Be on
proud.
They just be on Instagram.
I ain't
Yes.
gonna lie though. Growing
What?
up, I was like, I'm not gonna cook.
Really?
I'm not going clean because I'm going to get rich enough to have a maid and a chef. That's what I used to tell but that's just the hustle in me.
Right,
That was
right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get that rich that I'm not going. But at this point, I'm like, no, I want to take care of him and take care of
Yeah.
my child.
Your
and
child,
cook.
most importantly.
Yeah.
If you have
Yeah,
kids,
kid,
you need,
yeah.
as a woman, you need to know how to cook. You shouldn't be feeding your kid this bullshit every day.
Yeah, that's the most important thing for me is to make sure that I feel like the health is in the hands of the woman in the household. We save the lives of the man and the children in the household. So
I like
That's
that.
the African
I
in
like
you.
that. Yeah, that's good shit.
I absolutely agree though. I don't appreciate when I hear women talking about I don't why don't you? What's the problem?
Right.
What's the problem?
And it ain't that now, like we can, in even modern day couples or whatever, we can share responsibilities. It's
Absolutely.
not
Right.
like, yo, you the cook and you
You
got
stay home and you cook. Nah, ain't
I'm
none of
like,
that.
yo, like,
Absolutely.
yo, if the dishes in the sink, I'll do the damn dishes.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
That's
I'll
one thing
cook.
I don't do.
I'll cook one
Dishes.
day,
Dishes.
or at least load
But
the
you
dishwasher
Men don't
up.
like it.
But you cook and
I'll
you do a
load the
lot of other
dishwasher.
things. So
So you do one. You do. You balance
Yeah.
that.
I cook. I'm not
That's
really
good.
much of a cleaner. And,
Yeah, I'm not
and-
much
and
of a
that
cleaner.
includes
Most
in
guys
dishes.
ain't.
I'm not
But
much of a cleaner.
I cook and I provide. You know.
Yeah, that's
So
important.
yeah,
it's a balance.
we got a really good, teamwork effort in my house. We're pretty good with our shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
all about the balance.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
And there's nothing wrong with having a chef and all of that
Oh
stuff.
no, we gonna have that, but
to where it cripples you and you can't do anything
No.
without them, nah.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
gonna
that ain't
work.
happening.
plus you want to be I want to be over top of my chef and make sure that they cooking the right stuff and the ingredients. And
Right,
like, I'm
exactly.
not gonna leave that in somebody else's hands.
Yeah, because if you don't know what you're doing, how you
Right.
gonna tell somebody else,
Right.
how to take care of your family and cook the things that you need them to have?
Right.
Nah, that's real.
I agree. Ladies, get your domestic game up.
Okay.
But girls are getting a wife without it. They getting a wife because they,
Yeah, they
you know
making
what I'm
it
saying?
easy,
Like
yeah.
they making it mad
That's some
easy.
corny dudes, man.
Yeah.
Them corny.
It be celebrity dudes
We
wiping
can't-
these
They
yesterday.
corny too.
These
Just because they're a
yesterday.
celebrity, I don't mean they ain't corny.
No, but I'm just saying,
That
it be
part.
those, wifing these old yesterday looking at like they and they can't do anything. They can do absolutely nothing but pose for the gram,
Right.
and I don't
That's
get it.
whack. Yo, that's you gotta have more than
And
that.
and Cooch ain't even that good.
Damn.
right.
It's out here just a trophy, a
But see-
bronze trophy.
Yeah, but that's only a certain amount of guys that's like that. If you look, you only talking about a small portion of dudes that's like they wifing these chicks. If you, on a grand scheme of things, you got more dudes wifing up a good wholesome woman.
Yeah,
And they might have some of them the other chicks as side
On the
chicks.
side.
Yeah,
But grand scheme of things, it's only a small portion. And you talking about these celebrities, these young boys, these young celebrities.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These 18, you know,
Yeah.
you got millionaires now, 18, 19, 20, 21. Them niggas don't know.
right.
Yeah,
They don't know shit.
they're infatuated by the gram.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now,
Corny.
I got a rule. If my girl, if she not in the industry and she got over a certain amount of Instagram followers, nah, we ain't. No.
Don't
You
do
should
that.
have 4
I said if
followers.
she's not in the industry.
Because she's not in the industry, she should have 4 followers.
Like what? I mean, what would she be doing though?
I don't give a fuck. Y'all tell
But
me.
you can't judge these girls based off their
That's
followers.
that's what I do.
so
I'm
if
like,
she have too many followers, something ain't right.
I'm like, why you live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama? why you
She
got?
might just be a
20,000
popping
followers.
chick.
I don't want that. I
She
don't want that.
popping
as
You
my
don't want a
wife.
popping chick?
I got a popping chick. She don't even got social media.
Okay.
She don't even got social media.
So your preference is a female that's not tapped into all that.
At this age, like I said, if you an entertainer and whatever, I got defined lines now. You know what I mean? I done been hurt.
Okay, that explains it. That explains
I done
it.
been hurt. You know what I
That
mean?
explains it.
You done been hurt, Trey. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell them what happened. Tell them what happened.
No.
No, you know what? You not gonna put that out here.
Right.
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
an
do it.
open book. I'm a comedian. I say what it is, but that's another episode. You know, we'll talk about what happened some years
Well, we're gonna
ago.
go to commercial. Lola, tell us your single because we didn't get a chance to play it. Tell us, can we play it? Do you have time?
You gotta play it off the phone. It can't be
Can we
because
put
it's
it
in
on?
the iTunes.
Can we put it on? Can you hear it?
It's no it's not.
You put it to the
No,
mic.
we
No?
not. We're definitely not doing that. It's in the iTunes.
Well, tell us what it is and where they can find it at.
Well, it's just a record. Like I'm putting out the video for it. It's called Queen. Well, I changed it to The Mother. So we're going to drop that next week. And then I'm just putting out records from here on out. Records, videos, and then I have All Hail the Queen that's going to be dropping.
I like that title.
Yeah.
All Hail the Queen. Okay.
Yeah, that's my project's name.
I like it.
Where you from originally?
DC.
I lived in Maryland, D.C.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I lived there for 6 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's where I
I'm
started
from DC.
comedy. Yeah, no doubt. All right.
There's a lot of y'all there.
Oh, yeah.
All on St. George's. What, Georgia Street? What is
Georgia
it?
Ave.
Georgia Ave.
Yeah, U Street.
Hey, Ben's Chili Bowl ain't shit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Chili Bowl is
God.
cool.
That shit ain't
You
shit.
just couldn't wait to say something.
I didn't
like,
even- I
I
didn't even
know
know you was from
about
DC, but
Ben's
as soon
Chili Bowl.
Ben's Chili Bowl is
He
overrated.
was just pressed.
Yeah, but it's,
Well, we want to thank Lola for coming. She has to
For
go,
sure.
but let's give her rounds of applause.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us where we can find you at on social media and all of that.
My Instagram is at @IAM_Queen Row. And that's my Snapchat. And my YouTube is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
My SoundCloud is the same thing. And then my Twitter is _Lola Monroe.
Alrighty, make sure you guys check out the Platinum
No
Life on E and also Cop Lola's Music's on iTunes. And we will let you go, Miss Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
yeah.
We're off to a commercial. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for tuning into LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network, original reality radio and crafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk. Stay tuned.
What up, though? This your man, he called the Wolf. Inviting you to join me every first Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Wolf's Den at LATalkLive.com. Now join me as I spotlight some of the hottest talent of all genres of music. So don't forget to tune in every first Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, exclusively on LATalkLive.com and the AmericaTalkLive.com broadcast network. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk. Get it?
Want to enrich in your radio listening? Do it now with the new WDC radio show, LA Talk Live's new talk rock radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific, filled with news, talk, sports, entertainment, and more. Tune in as we fill your weekend with rock and funk from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. WDC radio show. Listen as we kick off the new generation of radio with talk, rock, and funk. The all-new WDC radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific on LA Talk Live.
We're calling you out.
Sickle cell warriors, leaders, doctors, and caregivers.
This is the call.
Tune in to the call Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, only on LA Talk Live.
This is the call.
To sickle cell trait awareness.
This is the call.
To acceptance of yourself and others around you.
This is the call.
To finding your purpose through creativity.
This is the call.
To living above sickle cell.
This is the call to unity in community.
So call in 323-473-3100 to
The Call.
Saturdays 5 p.m. Pacific, only on LA Talk Live.
This is the call.
You're a rich girl. Want to enrich in your radio listening? Do it now with the new WDC radio show, LA Talk Live's new talk rock radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific, filled with news, talk, sports, entertainment, and more. Tune in as we fill your weekend with rock and funk from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. WDC radio show. Listen as we kick off the new generation of radio with talk, rock, and funk. The all-new WDC radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific on LA Talk Live.
Pair of shades, and you can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig?
What up, what up, what up? We are back. Special thanks to Ms. Lola Monroe for coming in and giving us some of her time. So, yes. What y'all talking about? I want to know. What y'all talking about?
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
You don't agree? What?
Uh,
I would like to know what's
Nah,
happening.
we tell you.
We'll
I
tell
text
you,
it to you.
yeah.
You stupid.
See, this is what happens. It's the boys. What I want to know. No?
I text to you.
Okay. Okay, so this is a question I have for you guys. We're in the era where a lot of these young girls who are talentless and clueless are becoming like superstars.
Wow, you gonna start off like that?
You got a better like intro.
That was
So
rude.
this is my question. Do you guys think this? How long do you think this is gonna last? Because we have been in this little phase for a minute.
I think this is the real reason why net neutrality came intact to stop all this bullshit with
What
these.
you mean, the sexual harassment stuff?
Nah, just with these. A lot of people, social media is making all these talented
lists.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people, get famous.
It's gonna fizzle. It's just like reality TV. Like for a minute, reality TV got so popular that you couldn't do a scripted show. Really, it wasn't
And now
many
scripted
sitcoms coming out.
TVs.
Now it's back, and I think the
Mhm.
same thing's gonna happen with this social media wave of talent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get it. I think it's gonna continue to run for a minute because what's happening is that even though scripted TV and stuff is coming back, the reality stuff isn't fizzling out.
Shit.
Reality's been around for a long time. We forgot. Damn.
Real world,
Real
goes back
world.
to 20 some odd years.
Shit. But I mean, Real World was actually kind of real though. That I think that was
That's
for
why
real.
It was when it wasn't real world.
It was real. It wasn't no script.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch those love and hip hop shows and all that stuff, but I think that's more for the younger generation. But even with that, just the fact that there are scripted shows and sitcoms coming back that let you know that either one thing's going to fizzle out or things are going to be able to coexist. The problem with, especially with social media comics, they have to deliver. And if they can't deliver when it's time to get on stage, then they're going to lose fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Country Wayne, had a long talk with him, and he's a pretty cool dude. He was like, man, I went out here, I was doing these shows, I probably had like 8 minutes of material, and the rest was just me bullshitting. And, the crowd wasn't messing with me like that. So he said he actually took some time away and like really worked on his craft. And now he said, even now, he keeping it real. He said, I do like an hour. He said about 38 minutes of it is material.
Right.
So if they don't treat it seriously and really focus on their craft, then they're going to fizzle. As simple as that. And then a lot of people that do it, they be getting this money so quickly that they're not even setting themselves up. So I don't.
For when it fizzles out.
Right. They're going to fall off.
Listen, I don't.
Go ahead and say it.
No, I just feel like we've allowed this whole culture of where the kids don't have to work for what they get. It's an instant gratification. With the females, with the guys, the girls think that all you gotta do is be pretty. Get the fake boob. Get the whole face done. And you know what I'm saying. You got girls like Kylie Jenner. Full out, she ain't even 21 years old, and she looks like a totally different human being.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we praise that, and we make them iconic. And you have girls like, just girls who, I was born this way. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter because you're not famous. You're not this. You're not that. And so we praise the girl and give her the multi-million-dollar deal when she bought her lips and body.
Well, they come from like
plastic.
They come from money. I mean, they already.
But it just
have
shows
a
where our
history.
culture is at that
But
we think that
it's important that we as older people, because we the old motherfuckers now.
Yep.
It's important that we as older people don't say. It's just like our parents saying, listening to hip hop and saying, "What's that bullshit?" We have to adjust to the times. We can't hate, and we gotta.
No, you can't hate.
We gotta make our way in the current times. You know what I mean? If you get caught up in saying, "Oh, well, this, no, you got to figure it out on your own in the current times. So, it is what it is. I can adjust and I can grow, and I'm gonna find my way.
Yeah, I don't like it, but like I'm one like I just have to. Yeah, I've always was like as a comedian and as people that's been doing it for a short period of time, that's further along. in the sense of fan base than I am. So at one point you do be mad, like, man, what the fuck? But then it's just like, yo, you can't get mad. You just got to just really figure it out, find your lane, because everybody's lane ain't gonna be through social media. But then I'm okay with my lane not being through social media as far as building my fan. I'm kind of like the tortoise and the rabbit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going eventually, if I keep on the path I'm going on, I'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm totally ignoring it, but it may not just be my particular like lane.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Some of those people that we quote unquote hating on, some of them are actually cool and they actually fans of us.
But is it hating on them if you're just pointing out things that you?
Yeah.
What? How?
Yeah, it's hating.
How is it hating? It's not like I want to be like them and I'm mad that
it's kind of like jealousy because they are succeeding. It's like, yo, this motherfucker ain't even funny. They got all these followers and they making all this money. That's hate.
Well, no, I mean, if you're funny, you're funny. I don't care how you know what I'm saying? I just find it problematic when there's actually talented people who are equipped to do the exact same thing that somebody else is doing and they're not even authentic with theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you didn't figure out the proper way to sell yourself in the current times.
I ain't talking about me.
I'm not saying you.
No, I'm saying like I know what you're saying. Like I know what you're saying. You have to get involved and figure out how to be a part of the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the movement, you know what it is. Don't mean you have to sell your soul to be a part of the movement, but you do have to adapt.
What I do, I look at their personalities to see. Like, it's some people that got the followings and getting opportunities, but their personality, how they treat other people in the game as if they're better than them, then that's when I'd be like, yo, I ain't hating on you. I just don't, just you as a person.
I don't rock with you.
You know what I mean? And then that's when you be like, yo, you ain't even funny. That's what make you say shit like that. Like, yo, you whack anyway.
And you mean like you're not even a good person?
Yeah. If you cool. I know some people that got the followings and they're funny. Like I'm a huge fan of Rito. Rito, yeah, and but he's a funny, but he's a cool dude. Like he's
humble. He still respects the game,
Yes, and I'm like, I fucks with him.
Who is Rito?
Rito, light skinned, bald dude, fat. He do a lot of videos. He's a comedian too. But this has been going on even before social media times. In any form of entertainment, people fizzle. People that this is the problem, right? Especially when it comes to music. Everybody thinks that the best music is whatever music was out when they were in high school. That was real R&B. That was real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because and that's because it's nostalgic. Because music can take you back to a certain time in your life, and the time we remember most is being in school. Because after you get out of school, all that shit is just one. It's just one cloud. It's 1 year is 5 years. I used to do this thing where I used to sit down and try to remember one thing from every year since I graduated from high school. Can you?
Could you?
Can you? Can you sit here and tell me one thing that happened when you was 24? Like
I got to think about where was I.
I can't because I was in a relationship, so I can remember some things and that.
Well,
but I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah, so this dude right here grew up on shit.
Who, Richard?
Who was out in the 40s?
I hate you.
Frankie Lyman.
Don't do that to Richard.
He grew up on Little Richard, and then once people like R. Kelly came out, he probably was like, "This is bullshit. This ain't music."
Yeah, that was music.
That was our music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now when we hear this,
dude who got women in his basement locked up, it's our music, boy.
That was our shit. So now when we hear certain music from now, then we like, this is bullshit. So it's all about being able to stay relevant for as long as possible. And thank God for old school tours, because a lot of people are being able to still eat. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody came up with the idea of the old school tour. Because once you get to a certain age, you're not going to the movies like that no more. You're not buying music like that no more.
No.
And so the people that you fucked with are suffering because of that.
Yeah. No, that's facts. That's true.
The Bad Boy tour was the best tour. I mean, best
I'm
concert
so
I've
mad
ever been to.
but they still relevant to me. I don't care.
They wasn't though.
Total ain't relevant.
Total wasn't relevant.
Total is relevant to me.
Because it's nostalgic. That's why.
And to me too, because I grew up with him.
But Diddy's still relevant? He gonna be relevant.
Not like he was.
He's relevant in regards
he's not
to
relevant music-wise.
No. He's a relevant celebrity. He's irrelevant. He's iconic. So he's relevant. Anyway. Okay, so we're gonna switch to the failed segment. Because my other co-hosts aren't here, I can't do their segments. So I appreciate you guys though. Love you guys. You guys are great. So we're gonna
Fire
switch.
'em.
So we're gonna switch to the what, Lucy? Oh, we're gonna switch to the failed segment. I'd like to talk about things that I think are failing.
All right.
Omarosa getting put out the White House.
Okay.
I feel like that's such an epic fail because you were so team the coochie grabber. And what's the real tea? Do you guys know the real tea? Did she really get dragged out of there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Wendy Williams took it upon herself to talk about Omarosa on her show recently about, the whole situation. But I feel like Wendy can't talk about anybody.
Wait, you said Amber Rose got
No,
who?
Omarosa.
Oh, you the first person. Did she say Amber?
Nah, she said Omarosa.
Oh,
You ain't even
okay.
drinking.
Okay, I think you said
We've been
Amber
drinking. Like,
Rose.
what?
You just think about Amber Rose.
Oh no, okay. Omarosa getting kicked out of the White House. Okay.
Yeah, she said Omarosa said she was not kicked out of the White House. She said she left.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe it.
I don't know.
It's a fail. You were supporting this our Caucasian
That's
president.
a fail on her behalf. It looks bad. Like, yeah, that's what you get.
It's like Stacey Dash doing all that she do.
It's like that's what
and
she get fired. You know what I mean? Like that's what you get. See, now come back home. We might accept you. We
I'm
might
saying,
not.
Yeah, people ain't really fucking with Omarosa.
I would say, do we want her to come home?
I was fucking with her for a second. I know she's married to Michael Clark Duncan. I was like, okay, that's cool. She got a black man and all that shit. Then he died, and I guess she just went.
She
right
married
back.
she married a black dude though.
Omarosa,
she married another black dude.
How many viewers we got here? Omarosa, she sexually made a gesture at me years ago.
What she do? Rub your hand?
Nah, I was.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you the story. So
breaking news.
So me, Antoine Blackman, and Boogie, he was doing the show with this. I was still living on the East Coast. We was doing the show and in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And we had two things we had to do. We had to start off at this one event, then go to the 40/40. So I had this one event where KRS-One was speaking and Laura from Family Matters, whatever, was speaking, whatever. And Omarosa was there. And so, she was fresh off The Apprentice. And, I went and was saying some things, like talking to her or whatever. And she was like, honey, with these titties, with these breasts. Because she just got her boobs got her boobs. So she was just like, yeah, with these breasts, I got whatever. And I was like, Omarosa, a freak.
What did you say to her?
I forgot.
Nothing. Scared.
Scared.
Because that was an invitation.
Yeah, I took a picture with her, and I forgot. I still got the picture.
You forgot?
I don't know what
forgettable?
I said. But Omarosa did.
She was forgettable?
To show me them.
Yeah, God can't do that. Like, shit, with this dick.
I
This dick, I can say whatever I want.
But yeah.
No.
So she always was on some black dudes, and then she ended up getting. I had braids then, but she like niggas.
Yo,
no, she does, huh?
What's the name? Donald Trump is like Mr. Spacely. I mean, like this motherfucker just be firing. He
think he on the show. He still think he on the
He
Apprentice.
fires every
Right.
Mr. Space. That's hilarious. That's so true. He fires everybody, and it's just for fun. I don't even think he cares. I just think that what was Dwayne saying? Dwayne Martin. He was saying that he said he feels like he said Dwayne said
with
he
the
feels
cigar or
like
without the cigar.
with the cigar and the drink. Dwayne was saying that he feels like this is like Trump's revenge. Like he's almost like a guy who got his heart broken by America, who basically did him dirty with the whole, like when he went through bankruptcy and just all these things. Dwayne was saying that he felt like this is like Trump's middle finger to America. Like, I'm going to destroy you guys. It's almost like a dude who got his heart broken.
I don't agree with that because I think that I think he believes everything that he's saying and doing is right and true.
He probably does, but I also think in agreement with Dwayne, I do feel like he has an agenda. I don't feel like it's all just purely like, I believe what I'm saying. I do think he does believe what he's saying, but I think it's also he has an agenda. I think he has a specific agenda because he is executing in a manner that is like,
He's
what?
just not qualified for the job. He just don't know what he's doing.
Right.
Amongst other things. You know what I'm saying? But he think that he's making America great again. From when it was.
That's the worst
When was it
slogan
great?
He's
ever.
making America
That's
hate.
the worst slogan ever.
He's
first
making
of all.
America hate again.
What's that Daily Show when they was going around asking people on the street, so when was America great before? That was classic. They're like, back in the 20s. Oh, you mean when women couldn't vote?
every pocket. It's like, nah, it wasn't nothing great about that.
I mean, what is the Great Depression? Oh shit!
When we had slaves,
right? So I have another failed. My other failed is have you guys seen that reality show? Well, it's coming out. It's called The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte.
I heard about that. Yeah,
it's gonna be on Netflix. There is a legit show about side chicks that they're like. It's one thing to be a side chick and, you fell in love and it's tucked off to the side. You're proud. Like, you're on a reality show about being a side chick. Like, this is great for you.
Anybody would do anything for the dollar now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And for fame.
Back in the day, it used to be like, it was kept quiet. That's not what you do.
Hold on, before you even go further on that, because people always try to say that this side chick shit is new and it's worse.
It's not
now.
new. Absolutely
Come on
not.
now. Our grandfathers had whole other families.
Yes,
a whole other family.
That was very common back in the
Right.
day. They had two families that they split time with, and that's just what it was.
And they knew the grandparent, the grandmama.
Grandmama just knew
the kids didn't know.
No. They ain't know. They had
My father got the funniest. I'm gonna let you finish. Let me finish. My father got the funniest story ever. Right? He tells this shit all the time. He said one day he was in the car with my mom, and they pull up to the light, and he look over. He said he seen his father in the car with a whole other family. And then he said when he got home and he seen his father, he said before he could even say anything, his father was like, "You ain't see nothing." Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You ain't see shit.
Oh my God.
I ain't even say nothing yet, Dad.
He had a whole other family.
I got a bunch of uncles and aunts out there I don't even know exist.
Yo, that's how it was.
No, but like I get it, and again, it's not new, but it's just like it used to be a time where I don't think you should promote that. I just don't think that is like the real. You're raising a daughter,
right?
You have a son. I'm not a parent yet, but it's like we're gonna be bringing kids up in a world where there's a reality show called The Real Side Chicks, and I saw someone like the little trailer. They're like the girls are smashing each other on camera. It's like a whole thing, but we are giving life to.
We're glorifying some bullshit.
We are, and when does it stop? Does it stop?
It shows you the state of where we're at. Of where America or where what people really are into. Like if the show does well, then
it's gonna do well.
It
because
shows
we
where
like
we're
chaos.
at as a country. Like why the fuck would we want to watch?
Donald Trump is president, so it's gonna do well. The problem is that it's an era where we think it's okay, and nobody's gonna come back. We're also in a time where like you have the Amber Roses on them who say, it's my pussy, my choice, and it's just like you can't listen. If you want to be a hoe and you want to live your best whole life, live your best whole life. I have a problem when you are standing on a platform and you're saying that is the best way to live. It's just
the problem is they're hurting and they're attacking.
Broken. Most of them are broken.
And they're going after the youth, the young
impressionable.
People. Yeah, because they know grown people not gonna fall for that shit. So that's the most dangerous thing about it is that who they're going for, their audience that they're reaching out to. It's the young people, the young girls.
Let's go at it from a different angle, from the angle of the side chick. All right. Now we're saying that it's it's fucked up and it shouldn't be glorified. But as a woman who partakes in that type of thing, you have to understand that sometimes that's a convenient situation for them, and it's better for them because you have a lot of girls that are out here with dudes that ain't doing shit, that's on the couch eating cereal all day. And you might end up being with a dude that you playing second to somebody, but you're in a situation where that guy is taking care of you, making sure that you're living a comfortable life, and also giving you the freedom to do whatever it is that you want.
But why promote it?
I'm not saying promote it. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and not just sit here and shit on the side chick.
No, I'm not crapping on them because I get it. Like there can be multiple reasons why a chick becomes a side chick. My thing is that why are we promoting it? Why are we promoting
like it's a good
it's a great thing? Why are you promoting the breaking up of relationships or the promoting, again, we've all had our stuff and we've all done our thing, but I'm saying like to promote the breakdown of a family or to promote the breakdown of a relationship.
You promote safe sex. You promote parties.
That's what you promote. You don't promote the Real Side Chicks of Charlotte, and you don't give them a show deal. I don't.
Well, who we mad at? The producer, the creator, or we mad at the actual people that are on the show? Because some asshole had to come up with this idea first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Well, like I
Because they saw a market, and this is the thing. It'll be somebody who probably don't even believe in it, but he saw an avenue for it, and it's a check.
Got
And
them dollar
so,
signs and
but
nods.
This shit been going on for a long time, though.
I know, but it also wasn't publicized, and it also wasn't, you know what I'm saying, on TV where niggas was living well off of being a side chick. Like, I just think that's corny. Hey.
This some shit that you came up to.
We got 1
Got
minute
a minute
left?
break.
Okay. No, we got 1 minute left. So, and my last fail is this. I don't like girls who post pictures of their naked ass and then want to put a Gandhi quote underneath it. I think that is the worst. If you want to show your titties, or you show them. Like,
It came out natural.
I don't need. In my natural skin, I don't need that. If you just want to show it, I don't need a Gandhi quote. I think that is the biggest fail ever. Stop.
And I don't need to see naked women with their newborn. Sometimes it's beautiful and sometimes it's porn. You know what I mean? We get it. You breastfeeding and all that shit.
We know what happened.
We know. We understand.
You ever go to a girl phone, you see naked picture of her, pussy, titty, then a little baby. You be like, yo, delete. Put this in a separate folder.
Well, we thank you guys for joining us. Before we close out, you guys say what you got. Trey, say what you got coming up, and give them your Instagram, your social media.
Instagram is comedian Trey Elliott, TREYELLIOT. Look out for the new show Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks, premiering January 3rd on True TV.
Naeem.
And my Instagram is Naeem Lynn, NAIMLYNN. And I got some shit in the works that I ain't talking about until it happens. Yes.
And I am Staci Harris. You can find me at Staci L. That's Staci with an I, L Harris. And you can also find the Staci Harris Show. And Facebook, Staci L Harris. And that's it. So, to watch your dream unfold is a dream in itself. When your dreams seem insane, you are on the right path. Keep it 100. Keep God first. And we are out. Special thanks to everybody who came through. Courtney with King Move, Lucinda Dinnerin, thanks for
Hey, Lucy.
We missed Kiana today. And of course, shout out to LA Talk Live Radio. We will be back in the new year. And once again, special thank you to Queen Monroe, Miss Lola Monroe. Shout out to her. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the new year.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning into LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network, original reality radio, handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk. Stay tuned.